Uh, Sociology plays style. Have you ever wondered why some people in urban want to live in
Leave.
the live in the suburban, and some people in suburban want to live in the urban? Urban is a place in a town or city that is in the main center of a province. A suburban is a place that is outside of a city, often partly natural and partly buildings, but there are also essential convenience stores. Uh, the, dis- uh, the decision to choose a place to live must be based on many lifestyle elements, both of which differ in many ways. The important thing differs between urban and suburban is lifestyle, such as traveling in urban is that there are bus or motorbikes that go through or the in urban which are easy to get around. But suburban there are no bus. Most of them have their own cars and drive to places on their own or sometimes walk. Most people in urban areas after school or work will go to the mall or pub, but suburban people will go to exercise with friends or do activities at home. The cost of living in suburban is cheap because the daily expenses are cheap, but the cost of living in urban is expensive. In urban, there are many amenities such as shopping malls and restaurants nearby, but suburban there are fewer and less close to each other. The suburban areas are less densely populated, so it's peaceful, private, and cluttered. In contrast to the more cool urban areas that offer little privacy, suburban have better land size due to lower land price in suburban areas than in urban areas. And there is another very important difference that affects the future is career growth. In urban and suburban can grow a career, which depends on the location of the occupation as well. The occupations of urban areas are very different. Most of the jobs are hospitality, large business, work in companies, work in clinics. Most of the occupations of suburban uh, developers are agriculture, fisher, and trade. And the most different is the, the environment. Urban is filled with house building, convenience stores, shopping malls, and colorful lights. But suburban will be part of the natural environment, and the other part will be a normal city. The decision to reside somewhere must be found on a variety of lifestyle factors, all of which differ in a variety of ways. I think that some people living in urban or suburban areas have different preferences for the environment. Some people who like an environment full of buildings and colorful lights will choose to live in urban, but some people who like privacy and nature as well will choose to live in suburban. Each person's lifestyle and needs for activities are different, and that is what determines whether they are fit or want to live in urban or suburban.
All right, great. Now, what's the main idea of your article?
Uh,
The thesis statement that you used. What is it all about?
it's about style of urban and suburban.
Style? What do you mean style?
Uh, lifestyle 是这样。
And what did you compare it here?
I want to compare the different of urban and suburban.
In terms of lifestyle, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what type of style in comparing contrast did you use? Is it block style or point by point style?
Point by point.
Could you explain how did you use point by point?
Uh, I อันนี้นะ I I use the prominent point of the two places to compare.
What are these prominent points? Because you need a point of comparison when you talk about point by point, right? And you said here many lifestyle
Oh.
elements. What are these lifestyle elements that you mentioned? I can tell you one. You said traveling. What else?
Yes. The cost of living.
Cost of living. Very good. What else?
Better I cannot see. Oh.
One more. I saw one more.
Environment.
Environment.
Yes.
Where?
In urban have
this one.
building on.
Okay. And this, the occupations. So there are four. Now, why it's hard for me to look at where are your point of comparison because you didn't put a paragraph. You only put them in one body paragraph. When you were in M5, you were allowed to write this way: one introduction, one body paragraph, and one conclusion. But now for M6, I'd like you to learn how to divide where are your point of comparison. For example, this one. The first one is traveling, right? Now,
Yes.
this should be on the second body paragraph. Please put enter here when you edit it. And then the next one is this the environment. You put enter there, and the occupation, another. So there in total, how many body paragraphs you should have?
Uh,
3 or 4?
about 4 to
It's
5.
4. It's actually only 4 because you mentioned 4 lifestyle elements, right?
Yes.
The first is traveling, second is cost of living, third is environment, and fourth is occupation or work. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Okay, very good. Now so I can say no more comments on the parts of your part of your site. These are all complete. You even have here your last sentence. I just hope that you really did write this on your own, and I'm happy if you did well. If you did, because this is written well. Now there are words that I'd like you to repeat after me. Kindly say amenities.
Amenities.
What does it mean by amenities?
Uh, uh,
In urban, there are many amenities.
amenities.
Did you write this one?
Yes.
So what does it mean? You have a clue
that.
word here, Phu. Every time I ask a question, you have a clue word after it. So what is amenities when we say shopping malls, restaurants nearby? What do you think it means?
something something
Where
make you
people
work easy.
work easy. You mean the distance or proximity. So when we call amenities, these are buildings where people go to oftentimes. Like, for example, the shopping malls, the restaurants, where they get what they need. So when we talk about amenities, buildings that people go to for their needs. Next, how about this one? Uncluttered. What does it mean by uncluttered?
Uh, not uh, not density.
Not Not
uh,
dirty. Is that what you mean?
uh, not busy.
Not busy?
Hey, you know, no. Uh, I mean, it it have little people, not density people. It make not เขาเรียกว่าอะไรวะ not co chaotic.
Yes. But then we use this for things. So it's okay that you use there. It could also mean that they place where that place where all clean and fixed. Everybody or all the things are actually put in the right place. And when we say the opposite, cluttered, when you go to a room that was not fixed, that's what it means by that means cluttered. So if you put on it, on un means not cluttered. It means everything is fixed. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. How about this one? Densely populated, less densely populated.
Uh, less.
Many people or few people?
Uh, not not many people.
Great. So when we use, you can use this word densely when we talk about number of people, and when we talk about densely, like how many people are there. And when you put less there, that it means not much. Okay, next let's move to thank you very much, Pooh. Please submit your step 5 if you're done, okay?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Good job. Next, move to book. Are you here? Number 15. Book. Noi, are you here? Noi. King, number 17. King. Nink, number 18.
Yeah.
Nink, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Which one here? This one? You forgot your number of words?
Yes, I forgot, and I will submit in class in the
After class, okay? All right,
yeah.
please start reading. Or, yeah, 2 photographs.
Huh? Uh-huh.
What's with your purpose? You didn't change this one.
Yeah.
You change that when you submit, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what's the purpose of your essay, by the way? To compare
Oh,
what?
I have to change it, right?
Yes.
Into
What we're gonna
the
change?
purpose
What are we going to compare and contrast?
to body paragraph, comparing to body paragraph.
No. Your topic.
Okay.
To compare and contrast.
The elder and adult choose to live in town and rural areas.
I have something to ask first. Is town and rural areas different? You might be. Are you? Maybe you're saying here is like Sisaket and the district. Mong Sisaket and the district. Is that what you mean?
No,
Oh, so what does it mean by town here?
I just paraphrase it and it showed me into.
When we talk about town, either you're talking about the downtown, the main business district, or the yes, where a lot of business people go and have their own business there, or you're actually talking to the main area in a district, which you could say it could be a rural also. So it's a little bit
Uh,
confusing here. So maybe you could try to rephrase this with city or rural,
mhm.
or you can just say the opposite of rural is urban. Urban, okay? All right, please start reading.
At the end of your life, which place do you prefer to live? For me, I currently live in the countryside. In my opinion, I was graduated. I look forward to working in the poorer city because I thought that living in a big city will have an easier rate of finding work than in the countryside. But at the end of my life, I might choose to live in a city with nature, forest, peace, but full of amenities such as a shopping mall, a convenient transportation route. The best answer for me in the end of my life is correct province because there are department stores and a national park. In addition, the expressway road that is being built to Bangkok. Now we are going to look for the opinions of the main reasons that people in old age move to rural areas and some adults prefer to move to the inner city. The reasons that old and adult people tend to live in urban areas. In my opinion, some older people choose to live with their children and grandchildren because they want to talk to their family members or it may be a place of residence since birth. Most of the old people tend to have the satisfaction of being born anywhere and wanting to die there. On the other hand, most working people tend to think that working in the city would be easier to find that than in the countryside, which is the correct truth. Of course, it would be in line with principles of proper cities where there were already a lot of people and higher monthly income according to needs of the company. The reasons that old and adult people tend to live in rural areas, source from magazine.com, say that many people in their old age decided to leave the big city and live in the countryside. The main reason for this is that older people don't like the hustle and bustle of big cities, and finding a home in a rural town might be the best option, especially with people who like to see the real world, to look at nature. They can live a relaxed life with no air pollution, which is also good for the health of the elderly as well. Moreover, the reason for adulthood is in some occupations of working people, such as writers, painters, people who like to camp in the forest that may choose to live in the countryside because they need ideas for work or peace. But those who like camping may be different way. Most of them prefer to live near the forest. Mhm. Now we are explored for the comments on the key reason why elderly people prefer to live in rural locations and why some citizens want to live in a large city. As I mentioned above, there are reasons that those of two ages choose the locations to live. So I think a lot of people have the same aspect as mentioned above.
All right. Okay. Before I give comments on how you've written this, now kindly tell us what's the main idea of your article.
The main idea, like or
The
the
thesis
thesis.
statement. And the same thing. When I ask you what's the main idea, it means what's the thesis statement of your article.
The main reason that people in the old age move to the rural area and some adults prefer to move into the inner city.
Okay. What does it mean by enormous?
Big,
Big?
gigantic,
Uh-huh.
gigantic.
Okay. At least you know that. Okay. From your article, I noticed that you are often tend to repeat some words, the same words all over again. One example for that is mostly here in the last part when you said here, as mentioned above.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing to remove this, even if you tell me like, teacher, that's to make my sentence longer or to make my, a lot of words in my essay, but that's not recommended when we are actually writing in academic. We usually tend to make it shorter but meaningful. So instead of writing that way, I think it's here already, and so you don't need to mention this. So you can just say, I think a lot of people have the same aspect. And what is that aspect? That's what you need to write here. That's what is that the same aspect? In your own words, what is that? That would make you write the correct conclusion, the last sentence here, your insight, as we've learned last time. So when you're writing a conclusion, the last sentence would be either an insight, opinion, what do you think about your essay? And for your buddy pods, okay, let me ask you, what type of comparison contrast style did you use?
Block styles.
Okay, can you explain how did you use block style?
In the main reason and compare about the old people and like the workers tend to live in urban, and the second paragraph is old people and adult people tend to live in rural area.
Very good. So you've used your topic and then distributed it in your body paragraph. So there are two body paragraphs. Exactly. Okay. Good job for this, Nink. The only problem you need to add is your number of words, and of course, just remove the repeated words. There are a few here. Try to check it. There are a few words that were actually rewritten when it has the same meaning. Let me. Where's my note? Oh yeah, do not repeat words. Okay, that's the only thing. Wait, I can't remember where's that the reason though. Hmm.
And
Oh,
teacher,
this
I
one.
just found
Yes, what is it?
found an error. Can
Oh,
I edit it?
sure. After our class. This is what you're gonna do because sometimes you need to ask permission. But if like I didn't or wasn't able to approve it, you can unsubmit your work and submit it again. And if it says there it's late, do not worry because I'm gonna check the history. I will check the first submission, and if you submitted before the due date, that is what I'm going to record. Okay, this one, Ning. To find then in countryside which is the correct truth. We use this when we are writing law topics or when we are proving in math. But we don't say this when we talk in general topics like lifestyles because the meaning is a bit too not appropriate for this sentence. So rather than writing the correct truth, you can just say it's reality or it's what happens like that. Just be very careful with how you use words because there are words that we don't really use in some contexts. And you can check that with your step 5. For sure it was paraphrased. So you compare your step 5 with your step 4. You can get some ideas when you try to write sentences, the varieties of your sentences, how do you start your sentence. And there are vocabs that you can learn from step 5 as well. So don't forget to, at least while you are handwriting it, try to at least read those words. And maybe you can use it on our next writing class. Okay, thank you very much, Nink. You're done for today, and great for your complete essay.
Excuse me, teacher, if I edit it and How about I have to write it again, right?
No. That's step 5. No.
Uh-huh.
Once you're
Oh,
done with your rewriting, no need. Because the only thing that was need to be fixed here is your grammar and your choice of words. Those who are listening, if you were done rewriting your first, maybe first handwriting, no need to rewrite again. Next,
teacher, uh,
who is this? What's your name?
uh, MP teacher, can I try?
Okay, would you like to read now?
But I not it in step 5, teacher. I
It's
will
okay.
send it later.
Sure. So starting now, any volunteer who would like to read will be given a chance because next week, the last meeting, no more. Okay, start.
Okay. Have you ever wondered if our cuisines can compete with that uh, with that of other countries? Our country's cuisine is far superior to our expectations. Food can be delicious, but it may not good for your health. It is critical to select good food that is uh,
Appropriate.
com- appropriate for us. So before you consume with the cross and reward will provide us with the greatest. Thai 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 cuisine is uh, is abundant in vegetable and herbs. Phytochemical they give these plants uh, oh how to
Therapeutic.
read correct
Therapeutic.
productivity properties as in maintenance and improvement of neural health. Otherwise, foreign foods like burgers, pizza, and spaghetti will be higher in fat than Thai food. These items are also known as junk food, which is a slang term of nutrient deficient food. Soft drinks, snack, many kinds of sweet candies, chewing gum, fried food, and some fast food are examples of junk food that include largely energy, stress, nutrients like sugar, fat, and carbohydrate, but very light protein, but very little protein, vitamins, and mineral. These nutrients contribute to the build up fat, which is undesirable,
Undesirable.
un, or undesirable, right? In uh, in comparison to the nutrients acquired, I believe Thai food is worth the price because it is less expensive than other food. It also has a wide range of nutrients and is very tasty. Pizza, for example, is tasty, but it is uh, pricey and ranks the uh, nutri- nutri- nutritional uh, value of Thai food because flour is used to make the majority for this item. However, proteins and vitamins sources are scarce. All five food group must be present in balanced and nutrients diet. and other desirable cross Thai food has vegetable, meat, and flour, which provides more nutrients and is therefore better to body and most importantly, it is inexpensive and plentiful. Uh, Consider the cost and benefit before you consume will surprise us with the most. If you must choose or locate something uh, digestible and worthwhile to consume, in comparison to meals for other countries, I would prefer Thai cuisine. In various forums, it was discovered that Thai food has more advantage, get, get more nutrients which are better for the body and come the larger quantify
Quantities.
quality. As a result, I had no what qualms.
Did you write this one? Qualms.
Qualms. I had no qualms about ordering Thai food or lunch for lunch.
Did you write this one? Okay, let's go back. What's the main idea of your article?
Um, compare my diet with that of a person in another country.
Why is not written here? Try to complete
Um,
your introduction, okay? Please try to write your thesis statement.
okay.
And what are you going to compare with another country? Which country is that?
Uh, I compare with
You didn't mention.
yes I don't mention it,
Yeah, you
but
need to be specific. Which country would you like to? Oh, did you compare this one, by the way? Any country? You said
no
here
I
you didn't mention the specific country, right?
uh-huh.
Okay. When you're comparing something, you need to be specific. Another country. So you need to mention which country is that.
Okay.
And okay, for a minute, please. Hello. Okay. แป๊บนึงนะคะค่ะโรงเรียนสตรีชั้น2อาคาร 2ค่ะแป๊บนึง degree Sorry for that interruption. Okay. Where are we now? If you're going to change this peak,
Uh-huh.
it means you need to change everything. So rather than doing that, kindly rewrite your purpose. You would say um, two or two other countries,
Mm-hmm. To
and
other
then
countries.
in your body paragraph, you can mention like Western or maybe Asian, like that, okay?
Okay.
Because I think some Asians do have this. Westerns too, most of it. Okay, and then your hook is there. You have missing. You didn't put your background information. I cannot see it here. Background information talks about how does your country do diet. If you try to research any data, so please add it here.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, what's the style of your comparison and contrast?
Uh,
Black or point by point?
Point by point.
How did you use point by point?
Um, I I compare the main point and
What's the main point?
the benefit of Thai food and other other food. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what is that? The
What? See.
In your first body paragraph, you talk about
Talk about uh, Thai food is better than the other food
in
and
terms
of benefit.
benefits, like
Yes.
it's not clear
Uh,
here. This one, can you read this?
Ther-
Thera
therapeutic.
properties. Okay.
Therapeutic
And then
property.
for your body paragraph, second body paragraph, you compared.
Net nutrients.
Okay,
Oh.
this is mixed up. You need to remove this. This is not related to um ah, it is related. You need to put the price first because that's what are you comparing here? The price or the nutrients?
Uh, I will compare the
Oh, price, right? Okay, you need to clear this. In your first body paragraph, what are you going to compare? The therapeutic properties, correct? And you get this one, nutrients here. Because this paragraph, body paragraph, you're not comparing about nutrients. You're comparing about the price, although you're
price.
talking about the nutrients, right?
Oh, okay.
So you need to put first here price
Mm-hmm.
and here maybe nutrients.
Okay.
So basically, you have 2 point of comparison. You need to put in your thesis statement. You're comparing the diet of your country to other countries in terms of nutrients and the price.
Okay.
That's what
Yes,
makes
yes,
you
price.
using point by point. Okay,
Okay.
that's it. Thank you very much for this. We're gonna meet then next meeting. We'll try if these people who didn't submit, didn't present, would like to, and we're gonna accommodate them. If they don't want, then maybe we'll just give what they want minus points. Okay, so this ends our class today. Thank you for attending class. See you.
Teacher,
Goodbye.
teacher,
Yes.
teacher. Can you recommend my essay because I want to change the essay
Why do you want to change your essay?
because I want to